guys, it's Jen from Peanut Butter Runner. I've received a lot of requests for strength workouts that you can do in the gym or at home that are really simple and only use your body weight and dumbbells. So I thought I'd take you through just reviewing the movements of one of the most basic strength workouts that I usually do with my clients. So all you are going to need for this is your own body weight and a set of dumbbells. So I'm just going to review the exercises. You can find a list of them along with the recommended sets on the blog. This is just going to be giving you options and just showing you what the movements are and teaching them to you. So we're going to start. I'm just going to use some 10-pound dumbbells today for the whole workout. So the first movement we're going to review is a squat to overhead press. So when you're squatting, you want your feet to be slightly outside of your hips. And I'm wearing Uggs because it's freezing today and I didn't bring any tennis shoes to the gym. So feet slightly outside of the hips, underneath the shoulders. You're going to bring your dumbbells up to the tops of your shoulders so they're resting on my shoulders. You're going to sit down and back, keeping your chest lifted, and then use your legs, sit back in your heels, push the weight up and over the head. So squat down, drive through the legs, push up. Squat and press. So you'll do a set of those, and then we'll move on to chest flies. So for your chest fly, if you have a bench, you can definitely work off of a bench, but if all you have is the floor, that's a great option too. So I'm going to lay back on the floor. I'm going to bring my dumbbells up, and my fingers are facing each other. With a slight bend in my arms, I'm going to open. Then using my chest, squeezing through my core, I'm going to pull back in. So it's almost like you're trying to squeeze your armpits together here, keeping your core really engaged and feeling this in your chest, trying to relax your shoulders. So after you finish your chest flies, we'll come up and we'll work the opposing muscle group, which would be your upper back. So we're going to do a bent over row. When you do a bent over row, your butt is back. You have an angle from your knees to your hips, and then another angle from your hips to your shoulders. I'm going to bring the dumbbells down to face each other, then draw my elbows up towards the ceiling and release down. So all this movement is initiated from my shoulder blades pulling together behind me. So to give you another angle, core is engaged, elbows lift up, lower down. Okay, so after you finish those, we're going to move on to a sumo deadlift high pull. So you only need one dumbbell for this. This is going to be a compound movement that's going to work your legs and your upper body, much like we did in our squat to overhead press, but targeting a different area in your legs and in your upper body. So you want to take a wide stance for your sumo deadlift high pull. Toes are facing out slightly, holding the weight here. You're going to lower down. Notice that my butt is low, but my chest is up really high. I'm holding on to this dumbbell, and you're just going to pull it up. So we tap, pull, tap, pull. So my elbows are initiating the movement here. They're pulling up, I'm squeezing my butt and pushing my hips forward. All right, after your sumo deadlift high pull, we'll take a little bit of a break. We'll lay down and do a weighted crunch. So again, you only need one dumbbell for this. I'm going to hold both ends of the dumbbell, pressing my low back down. I'm just going to crunch up and lower down. So you're basically just kind of using the dumbbell here right at the forehead, kind of wearing it like a visor. My shoulder blades leave the floor when I crunch up, and my low back presses down. So after you finish your weighted crunches, we'll stand back up again. We'll grab both dumbbells. We'll do a variation of a bicep curl called a hammer curl. So basically what that looks like, dumbbells face out, palms face out. I'm going to crunch it up, but as I crunch, I'm going to rotate the dumbbells in so that they end up much like they were in my squat to overhead press, resting right on my shoulders. So again, reviewing that movement, dumbbells crunch up and rotate in. We did these last night in body pump, and it's crazy. You can feel the hammer curl so different in your bicep than just a normal curl. So you're looking for that rotation in the arms to bring the dumbbells to face each other. So after you finish your bicep curls, we'll get back into the legs and we'll just do a weighted lunge. So I'm going to start stepping my left foot back and having my right foot in front. One tip here, to reduce forearm strain, instead of holding the dumbbells like this, tilt them down. so that you're not wasting a lot of energy trying to hold them up. When you lunge, weight is in the front heel and high on the back toes. Shoulders directly over the hips, lower down, and squeeze up. Notice in the bottom of my lunge, my knee and my ankle are in line. Squeeze up. Notice in the bottom of my lunge, this knee in front isn't caving in, it's staying right over the ankle. So you'll do lunges on the right and the left side, making sure the front knee isn't coming over the toes. And then we'll come out of the lunges. We'll go back into the upper body. Again, you only need one dumbbell for this exercise. So we're going to press the dumbbell overhead for a tricep extension. Most of you are probably pretty familiar with this. You can split your stance here to help kind of settle you. Turn the core on. Try not to sway the low back, so zip everything up. Hinging at the elbows, lower down, and squeeze up. When you lower down, think about squeezing your elbows together and relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. After your tricep extensions, we're going to do some burpees just to drive your heart rate up. So just a body weight exercise to finish. So burpees, let me give you some options. You can either step back to a high plank, step up and jump. You can jump back to a high plank, jump up, or all the way down to the floor, chest hits the ground, and jump it back up. We'll finish after the burpees. Your heart rate should be nice and high. On the floor, hold a plank, knees, or a full plank for 1 minute. So in your plank, make sure you're not doing this or this. Drop to the knees if you need to, body in a straight line. Use your legs here. Really squeeze your legs to help hold you up. Take your gaze right to your fist. So that's your simple strength circuit. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be adding on some more complex movements as the weeks go on. But let me know how this goes for you. Thanks. Have a good weekend.